Hey, what's going on YouTube? Today I just wanted to show you my box, and really the point of my video is to show what people should get, you know, as a mechanic starting out. I just got out of school and have been in this job for about a year, a little over a year, and as a lube tech going into an apprentice mechanicship. I currently work on garbage trucks, so just to give you an example, those kind of trucks. Yes, I work for Ecology, but it's heavy diesel mechanics. So this is our shop bay floor, all that fun stuff. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So first of all, I'm gonna show you my power top, and this is it's my power top was with a Rhino-Line cover. It's got 8 different power ports that I could plug the stuff in on the top, and I got the Rhino-Line or the bed liner top because it's easy to keep clean and I don't have to worry about scratching it up because it's bed liner. It's made to get scratched. So yeah, this box is made by Snap-on and it's made for me, with the power top and the custom power drawer, which I'll show you guys. So first of all, I'm going to show you the first drawer. First drawer is going to be all my sockets and ratcheting wrenches, all that stuff. So I have it all color coded. The blue is going to be metric, and the standard is going to be standard is going to be red. This is all my 1/2 inch drive, deep and short, 3/8, 1/4, 3/8, 1/2 inch, and then here's all my oddballs, my Allen keys, and my all kinds of stuff that I don't use on a normal basis, but I need some every once in a while. And then I got my plug socket, my standard 3/8, and then my standard 5/8, and then a couple of wobblies here, and then my driveline remover tool. So I use to remove the straps from the driveline tools. These sockets I just got from Snap-on. These are usually for clutch adjustment tools, but I really just bought them for the short, shallow sockets. I mean, they're really short, a lot shorter than my Blue Points. So most of these are going to be Harbor Freight stuff, like this stuff right here, this stuff right here, and then all this right here, and some of these are Blue Point, which is from Snap-on, and then these 3 sockets are Snap-on itself. But most of my stuff is from Harbor Freight. I'm not gonna deny they have cheap stuff, and I haven't needed to absolutely get anything else. Otherwise, these sockets right here, these are my 3/4 drive sockets. Just this row, 1/2 inch, and then my 3/8. My old coworker recently retired, and I got these from him for a good price, so I bought it off him. There's back there is my 1/2 inch drive ratcheting wrench, and then those two, one is 3/4 and one is 5/16, and those are for the air can removals. And then there's my Harbor Freight one, which I regularly use, my torque wrench, 3/8, 1/4 drive. This is from this Blue Point, Snap-on, Harbor Freight, and then my crescent wrenches, brake adjuster tools, and all my extensions. Yeah, this is pretty much the top of my box, and yeah, this is the heaviest drawer in my toolbox, and probably the most use spent on any amount of tools, except for the second drawer. My second drawer is all my wrenches. So these two are gear wrenches, millimeter and standard. Millimeters only for engines. We got Cummins engines, so they do metric only, but everything else that we have is standard. So I gotta get both. These are all my stubbies, metric and standard. I got these long wrenches for standard long wrenches, so that way I'm able to get into some tight spots that I can't normally get into with all these other wrenches. Very useful. And then I got my standard snap-on wrenches, all the way up to inch and 5/16. And yes, I do use all those sizes. And then these tools are just, the ratcheting ones that I got before I got these. I just got these in a set. It would kind of look weird with, a quarter of them missing, so I just got them all. But these tools are the best. I love these. I use these every day. Probably the best buy I've ever bought from Snap-on because I use them a lot. And then I got my metric, standard combination wrenches. Got my heel bars right here, and then my punch set, my chisel set, which I use every once in a while. Then I got my, my other drawer. I got my big ass wrenches over here, 1.25 inch, 1 7/16, all the way up to 2 inch. These are all Harbor Freight. This and this, and then these two are not, and they're more expensive. One of these wrenches are more expensive than both of these combined. So that's cool. And that's my cab. Whatchamacallit, your cab jack, and then yeah, all kinds of stuff in here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention my other door. You all know what this is, and this oil stuff. Gotta have that as a lube tech. Not really a lube tech, just a glorified grease monkey. Got all my hammers. Got all my pry bars, adjustable pry bar. And then I got my big ass pry bar for when I want to test out the wheel bearings and stuff, and kingpins. And then I just got this one from the shop. I just kept it because I just like to beat the crap out of it, and I just use it so I can beat the crap out of it, getting some bushings out. I got my die grinder, and another oil remover. Then I got my my everything drawer. I got a bunch of spare parts in here. Got my air can removal, my 5/8, and then my little 3/8 one. These are for like type 36 air cans, and this is like type 30 air cans. Then my old brake remover, not brake remover, excuse me, tire filler. Then I got my feeler gauges, just some spare bolts and some extra grease and stuff, tape, measure tape. Then gotta have my seal it, and extra part, extra light, Allen keys, all kinds of stuff, knives, picks, all kinds of crap in here. Got my pens, just a bunch of crap that doesn't really have defined space, but I could use this stuff pretty much any day. Gotta have extra parts. I mean, it's good to have extra parts, at least. Then I got all my, all my snap-on ring removers, and just got some, oddball stuff here. Just your standard, basic stuff, pretty much here, and you pretty much find in every single toolbox. Got my Phillips head and my flathead, and some more. Yeah, all kinds of stuff in this toolbox. This is pretty much just starting out. I mean, I haven't gotten that far into this. I open up the drawer. My paperwork drawer. I just came out all my paperwork because it's so thin. I can't really put anything special in here. And then I got my power tool drawer. Obviously, as you see, I like Milwaukee. Got my 3/8 drive right here. This is not actually. So this one right here. So it's actually not that powerful, but it's powerful enough to where I can get the job done. And it gets into hard to reach places, and it only goes up to 50 foot-pounds, but I'm able to put pretty much any kind of weight on this. It's very strong, durable. And then you got my 1/2-inch drive, Milwaukee. This goes up to 1,100 foot-pounds. I use this a lot, as you can tell. And then I just got this bad boy, my 3/4 gun. This is badass. Yeah, it's on low power, that's why. Oh yeah, this is the 1 key option too. I haven't really figured that out yet. But this thing is thick. This thing can take off tires and all kinds of stuff, but nothing beats air, so obviously I got my air gun too. So my air gun's pretty reliable. I haven't used this as much as I want to, because I tend to use my other stuff, and then I've used my old air gun. Then I got my grinder, extra batteries. This thing is cool. So this is my stubby 1/2-inch drive. This thing actually has a lot of power for its size and for only a 2-amp battery. But it has like 140 pounds of torque. It's rated for 160, but I give about 140. It can do about 160, but on a full battery charge. And it could do it pretty much until, actually, I gotta give it more credit than that. It does about 160 all the way through until it gets to very low battery. But it comes really convenient when you get into really tight spaces. Then you got my hex drive, and then standard 3/8, and then my drill. I don't use the drill that much, but I use it every once in a while. I use that a lot. I beat the crap out of this. Yeah, I use this thing a lot. Yeah, so, I mean, that's pretty much all there is. I mean, I'll show you the other drawers, but there's not a lot in it. I got some extra wrenches, stuff that I've just kept just because I want to have extra. Oh, I got my soldering gun, and then my hex bit, and then, you know, drill, my drill, and then, you know, my hat, and then I got my torch, extra pads, an extra lunch just in case I need it, my, you know, magnet trays, all kinds of stuff. I mean, this is kind of like my trunk there. Just kind of keep anything in it. And then same thing with this. I just keep all my fluids, spray can, brake cleaner, some pain killers, and just in case of emergency deodorant, in case I really smell bad. I do work on garbage trucks. Some extra gloves, and then the wheel cover, and then my vest down there. And then my custom power drawer, just a mess right now. Pretty much how a power drawer should not look like. I just have a bunch of crap in here. I mean, I got my charger, my flashlight, got my spare flashlight, my battery charger, headset that I use, lights and stuff. This thing's cool. I like this magnetic light. Doesn't have that very good battery life if you have it on full board. Maybe lasts you about 2 hours. Otherwise, if you have it like just on halfway, that thing lasts you all day. I just kind of just bought this for humor because it's it's a light, but yeah, I know I'm stupid. Anyway, so yeah, that's my toolbox. I've spent a lot of money going on Snap-on. Obviously, that's what you expect for Snap-on. They charge you a lot for so little, but I can't argue with the quality. So yeah, this is me. Hi. So what I wanted to talk to you guys today is I just wanted to say that it's great to get all this kinds of stuff, but you can really make do with the Harbor Freight box. You don't need to go, Total Chaotic on Matco, Cornwell, or any of those guys really. Mac Tools. There's a lot of other brands that I can't think of off the top of my head, but you really don't have to do it. I just, a lot of people choose to do it because they are better quality and it's convenient as far as a payment plan, and they're on the tool truck, they're right there. And then as a mechanic, you just kind of go on the truck and go, oh, I could really use that, and never use it. There's a lot of stuff that, I do use from the Snap-on truck, and I'm glad that I bought. But there are some things that I really don't use that I'm kind of just like, okay, should I just return it? No, you shouldn't, because you might need it. It's one of those things. And then you got some people like me, and some other people in the shop that are just like, ooh, shiny. Just want to buy. But anyway, moral story is that, so it pretty much, your toolbox is tailored to what you do as your job. You know, I work on garbage trucks. I'm not exactly a mechanic, but I'm not exactly just a a grease jockey too. I don't just grease cars. I don't just change oil on cars. I mean, that's what I did before. I worked at Jiffy Lube for 2 years, and then I joined Recology. Came in as a sorter. It's a garbage place, and then worked up to be an operator, and then came into the shop because I wanted to become a mechanic. And I went to school. I'm still going to school. And as far as juggling between work and school, it's very hard to do, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much it. I know my box is kind of dysfunctional, but it kind of works for me. I'm constantly changing it. I mean, this has only been a year since I've been here, a little over a year. And I went from a small little cart, like that size. Let me see, did I pause the video? No, I didn't. So that little cart, to a bigger cart, to a box. And as you see, my box is actually almost full. So I'm constantly changing how my toolbox is and how how organized it is and how it is organized. But there's one thing that I definitely can say is that I keep my toolbox very clean and my tools pretty clean too. As you see in some of my guns, you might have actually probably not see it, but it's kind of faded because I use brake clean to clean it. I know it's not the smartest idea, but I do it because it actually keeps it clean and it actually cleans it. I don't know, dysfunctional toolbox means a dysfunctional mechanic. I mean, I'm not trying to dig into people's teeth or anything like that, or go underneath people's skins, but when I see something like this, where I see, a bunch of crap on the toolbox, just no organization whatsoever, I kind of just I don't want that at all. Like, not a lot. I mean, I like his toolbox. I want his toolbox, but I have mine. But anyway, this is my little speaker that I got from Snap-on. That's what I put my phone on. I like it. It was for free, so that's where I have it. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Yeah, dysfunctional toolbox is a dysfunctional mechanic. However, you can organize it to your preference. However, just because that person has that tools that way doesn't mean he's dysfunctional mechanic. It just means it works for him. Maybe not that far, but that's my personal opinion. You do what you will with your tools. And then I keep my tools clean, and then my toolbox clean. I wipe off and clean my tools every day. I have not missed a day. I'm pretty stubborn about that because I've spent a lot of money on these tools, and when you have spent as much as I have, and some people have actually spent a lot more than I have, and it kind of struggles me to see why. I haven't exactly cleaned off my tools yet, so I'm going to clean them as best as I can and keep them in good condition. Unless they break, and then I just go get another one for free. That's the nice thing about Snap-on. And Matco, and even Harbor Freight. Pittsburgh is, you break it, you get a free replacement. But I haven't had really a lot of my tools break. I mean, I'm pretty good with my tools. There's been some instances that I've had breaking some tools because I've been too hard on them, requiring too much out of them. So yes, I have broken tools, but with going to the Matco guy and Colma guy and Snap-on guy or Pittsburgh, I'm able to get a free replacement. No problem, no hassle. That is probably the best thing. Unless you lose it, then you have to buy a new one. That's on you. And that's why I keep my tools locked every day, and I make sure I take count of them every day, and I clean them every day so that way I know that they're in my toolbox. I don't lose anything. Anyway, so yeah, the toolbox and tools are tailored to your job. Now, if you're you're a mechanic, but you're a car mechanic, you're probably not going to have as tools like I do. You're probably not going to need a 3/4 gun socket for a car. You never know, but you're probably not going to need a 3/4 socket for a car, or a 3/4 gun in general. or those 2-inch wrench. You're probably not going to need that, but it all depends on your job. However, with even a car, you're going to have your metric sockets and your metrics, wrenches, and you got to have your your powered tools, whether it be air or powered, doesn't matter. It does kind of matter actually, because if you're going on road calls, which I do sometimes, I'd rather have power tools, because the convenience of power is amazing. Once you get your hands on a lot of power tools, especially ones as nice as Milwaukee, you're going to like it. I mean, these guns. I mean, even this little gun has helped me on numerous amount of levels on road calls. I mean, it's so much better than dragging around your airlines and stuff like that. And you got extra batteries just in case you run out of battery, run out of juice. But these batteries are pretty good. You're not going to run out of juice in 1 hour. I mean, yeah, after all day use, of course you're going to run out of juice, and you're going to need a couple more batteries, especially running off the 2 amp. You're going to need a few more batteries, and possibly the charger with you. But anyway, that's pretty much the topic that I wanted to talk about. Just my toolbox and how I got my setup, and pretty much to give anybody going into the business kind of like a heads up what you might need. Yeah, you're not going to need everything, but you're going to need some of it. It's tailored to your job. Now, I am a diesel mechanic who works on garbage trucks, so I'm not always working on the engine. I'm working with air, I'm working with air brakes, I'm working with hydraulics, I'm working with garbage, which is disgusting, and that's why I clean my tools every day. Otherwise my tools and my box would smell like garbage. But my job pays me extremely well, and I cannot complain about the position that I'm in and getting paid like I do. So that's why I do it. Besides, this is a temporary thing. Maybe it'll sell to something better in the future. I'm hoping so, because I do plan on moving to Arizona in a couple of years. I'm thinking about giving this place another 3 years, and then I'm ghosted. Maybe 4. It's kind of a 5-year plan. I've already knocked 1 year down, and I'm currently trying to pay off my debt. This included. It's kind of like one of those things that's a constant debt. You're going to constantly buy more tools, because constantly the trucks are going to change, and bigger and better things are going to come out as they go, of course. However, as far as like my car goes, or like any kind of debt that I've accrued, that I'm going to be eliminating that, and hopefully while working in this place I'll get a raise. But yeah, that's the plan. And as long as you got a plan, you're good. I mean, even if you don't, you're good. I mean, I'm only 24, turning 25. I mean, yeah, I'm getting kind of close to the age where if I don't have a plan, it's kind of like, you probably should think about it, but I'm not there yet. But anybody really starting out as a mechanic, I think that's a great job, because it is a dying field. The blue collar field is dying, because everyone wants to go towards the computers and the networking, which is fine. I have a best friend that does all that stuff. I mean, he's great. I mean, he fixed all my computer crap. I mean, and then I fix his cars. I mean, it's kind of a trade-off. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. Have a good day, guys, and I hope you like this video. If you do like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. I don't care. If you want to see more of my videos, I'm going to be posting them every once in a while. I mean, I haven't been that good about posting videos, and I'm honestly not that good. I'm kind of just doing this just because I want to. I'm bored. I mean, I'm not exactly bored, but I'm bored at the same time, just like not that social, even though I want to be. So I'm kind of stepping out of my comfort zone. But so please like it. Unless you really don't like me, then please dislike it. I don't care. Anyway, have a good one.